Sent to the future from the year 2000 by a glitch due to the Millennium Bug, I'm adapting to thrive in the peculiar conditions of the 2020s. Join me in a multimedia extravaganza as we surf the World Wide Web, catch up on 2 decades of video games and mess around with creative tools new and old. I'm Millennium Cyborg. Welcome to the new millennium. Alright, so a bit of a different setup today. Let me make sure this works. Doop, doop. We're in 3D, more so than usual. I'm doing full body tracking with a webcam. Which it's funny because I was just seeing yesterday comments on Twitter, people saying like, oh, you know, can't really get good results with the webcam, but I'm using 3D Pose Tracker and just a Logitech C920, and admittedly, like about half of the power of my 3070, so it's not cheap. And also I can't run any games at the same time, but this is very exciting, and it, you know, surprisingly it works like pretty well. I can turn around and everything. I can crouch and do things like that. Hi Elkie, good to see you. I've got Twitch chat like blown up 300% on my monitor, and yeah, so this is you know, I wanted to do the most showy stuff right at the beginning because I'm quite afraid it's all going to break horribly and we'll have the boring retrospective slides later. I'm gonna show some of the stuff I've been working on, including a new outfit. And I'm going to do it in the most cringy way possible, but no regrets. All right. By the way, I'm using the Stream Deck app, which I didn't like the idea of initially, but it's a cheap subscription, and it's got all of the advantages of the regular like Stream Deck. You can use the plugins and everything, and it's right here in my hand, and it's been really useful. I would probably recommend it to someone instead of buying a Stream Deck, actually, now that I've tried it. All right. Well, you get to see what I've been working on. Here we go. Millennium Change. And there we are. Gotta remember to disable the reverb. And here's the new outfit. I may have spent about, you know, like 10 minutes on preparation for slides and stuff, and then hours and hours on shaders, but I think that's in character. So I modeled this in kind of Y2K flavor using Blender's cloth simulation, and oh, well, I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, using Blender's cloth simulation, I can make things that look, you know, like fairly form-fitting or like not really stiff quite easily. So this is the extent of my abilities right now. I'm very happy with it. And then I used some reference material from various of Y2K and Y2K inspired fashion brands to design the patterns and things. So I can turn around my trousers. I spent some time weight painting them properly, and then I realized far too late that the shoulders are also a problem. Hey, you know, Blender, I mean, if I can help you with anything, I don't know a huge amount myself, but I'd be more than happy to, yeah, to chat about it. All right, so the next up is, I've been wanting to do this ever since I tried Stepmania with a real dance mat, and this, I've just got a really crappy dance mat, but I thought this would be really fun to stream, so that's what we're going to do. Let's see. I'm going to turn the lights down a little bit, there we go, and then pull out my dance mat, there we go, and then, as I mentioned, I can't actually run the game and the 3D tracking at the same time on even on my fairly beefy desktop for reasons that escape me. I think it's something to do with sharing the GPU and how that works. So I've got a laptop that's just about able to run Stepmania, and it's sending over NDI to an NDI source in OBS, which means I've got a second delay, so I also had to delay my audio and video for the avatar and it's not an exact match, but it's better than nothing. All right. And finally, I've got an effect that I came up with at the last minute that I'm very happy with. It's just 5 delays and color shifts of my avatar, but I think it looks pretty good for dancing around. It adds a bit to the vivacity of it. The tracking itself can be a little, it smooths out the motion, and so it's not as exciting as real jumping around, so this will add a bit to it. Hey Ren. Yeah, thanks. 6 months passed by really quickly, and I'm surprised at how much I managed to do in terms of learning things, you know, in that time. I'm still not affiliate yet, but that's never been the goal. It's always been doing fun stuff. So I think with that we're ready to start. Oh, and one little extra detail is I've not really been doing very well on tracks on this setup. My laptop's in an awkward place because it can't block the camera. I'm going to do my standard warm-up track, which is which one? Season 2. I'm mostly going to be doing Club Fantastic because I know all the tracks are safe to stream, and also they're really good overall. So I'm going to start with my warm-up, which is this one. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to do a lot more with the outfit, but that will be for future, future iterations. There's still a long way to go in terms of what I can learn. The nice thing about this tracking is that it does actually work if I, jump around. Previously, I've been really opposed to the idea of spending loads of money on the whole Valve Index and so on tracking. It just seems like a lot of money to spend for what for me is, a gimmick that's not going to make me any money. So, and also I don't like the idea that other people won't be able to use it. So I've been trying various cheaper solutions. And one thought was the Kinect, which is old technology at this point and available very cheap on eBay. And there is a program that will... Okay, I need to pay attention a bit. Yeah, Kinect is available pretty cheap on eBay, and there is a program that I found on Booth that will translate the Kinect tracking to VMC protocol tracking. And I had issues with that. The tracking was not amazing, and it's hard to, if you're setting up a webcam, you've got lots of tools available. If you're setting up a Kinect, you've got to find SDK files from 10 years ago, or however many it was. And worst of all, it didn't do root motion particularly well, so if I crouched or if I jumped around, the results just looked bad. But now with 3D Pose Tracker, which is based on worse hardware, standard webcam, but much more modern machine learning, yeah, the results are pretty good. Alright. What's next? Let's do a bouncy one. Get my heart rate up. Oh, I should be... Yeah, I thought about putting a heart rate tracker on as well, but I didn't have time to set that up, and I had to prioritize the things that I thought would be most interesting for the stream, and the things that would just take forever to set up and wouldn't add as much. But there will be future streams, so... Oh yeah, and I'm wearing a relatively cheap wireless microphone. And that's why I sound not amazing. It's not the most flattering either, but it is very convenient. Could have asked earlier, but is the audio okay overall? Ah, I probably forgot to turn off the background music, didn't I? No, I remember. I said that at the last second in the scene. Transitions. Phew. Which is good. Great. I've been using StepMania as a fun form of exercise, and I've been sticking to it much better than I did with Ring Fit and that sort of thing, or exercise videos. It's good exercise. And it's fun. Alright. So those are the tracks I usually start off with. What's next? Six difficulty is about the limit of what I can do. Like, and this setup is not ideal, so I won't aim for anything above 5. But I do have a couple tougher tracks planned for the end. Yeah, Ring Fit is quite limited in terms of the actions that you do, despite them doing a good job dressing it up. Although, I mean, this is just hitting arrows, but get to bounce around. I've been avoiding getting into the whole VSF Avatar format and compensating for my lack of Unity skills by doing all kinds of things in Shader Effects shaders. It's been working out well for me so far. I also get a bit jealous now. I see some of the big 3D streamers have gotten into Unreal. I'm wondering, oh, should I get into Unreal? I think, I don't know, the benefits of Unreal to do with the rendering system. I'm really aiming for something different in terms of the visual style, so I'm more likely to end up writing my own material shaders from scratch anyway.
This paradise is nothing I could have dreamed. Oh no, 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 no.
Next. Oh, let's do these two in a row. They're pretty cool. Kind of more tricky ones. Do a bit of rewinding and throwing some mines in. I'm getting slowly better at moving my body and reading the arrows in more complex patterns. One thing that's always tricky still is keeping track of where the actual arrows are easy to get out of line.
And you know we pull up at the spot. And you know we're blazing. And you know we pull up at the spot. And you know we're blazing. Full of it.
Seems mean. Yeah, well, there's certainly a balance there. I've seen some tracks on, you know, various fan-made tracks and so on that are very much on the mean side of things. All right. I can't remember. Can I do this one on 6? I don't think I can do it on 6. Wait. Oh. I don't usually do this in this room either, so oh no. Yeah, the mines get you if you're still standing on one of the particular arrows. So you have to jump out of the way. All right. Yeah, didn't get a D on this one. I tried to tape down my mat because they tend to slide around. I tried to tape it down because if it slides around here, it becomes uncalibrated with respect to the tracking and to the pad on the ground there. But I didn't have any particularly... All I had was crummy masking tape and it didn't work. It's already sliding around. No worries. Alright. Let's do this one. Syntheon, who created the track, actually is doing a bit of VTubing, and I think preparing to do a bit of a more serious debut at some point. I'm not even the first VTuber to do this type of DDR style game in 3D, although the other person was using a full like VR chat style interface. I think this looks pretty good. Yeah, last time I added myself as a 3D model. I edited Milk Shape based on one of the existing game characters. But this is the next level. Look at that! I actually have a decent combo going. Full combo. This is pretty tiring. It's warm in here as well. Oh, thanks. I'm glad people think it looks good. Whew. I've been very tempted to do some slightly less copyright friendly tracks. I'm gonna go for this. This person has done a lot of tracks based on Hololive songs, and a few of them have versions that are easy enough for me to do. Most of them are way too hard, but this one I can usually do reasonably on, and it's a pretty fun one. I'm completely off the steps. the best place for my wireless microphone was on my glasses. It does weigh them down a tiny bit more than usual and they're slipping a bit. Phew. What's next? Some of these I've not tried in quite some time because I found them tricky. I remember. Let's do DNA. Let's try this one. I haven't tried it in a while.
We may be parallel, but the world has set us apart. As far as I can tell, it's not as simple as in to start. We like here in ruin, the future never waits, but I'm still caught up in suspended animation. But I'll fight for every inch, 'cause I can't help it. I can't get to you if I'm running away. You can't come back if you just wanna stay. You can't really say we are made this way. It's in our DNA. Leave it unspoken, leave it to emotions, leave it unspoken, leave it to, leave it unspoken, leave it to emotions, leave it unspoken, leave it to. We like here in ruin, the future never waits, but I'm so caught up in suspended.
I wonder how other people do streams while exercising.
'Cause I can't help it.
The streamer brain is even worse than usual.
Can't get to you if I'm running
I like tracks where the notes are laid out in a way where it really feels like you're dancing to the music.
really say we are made this way. It's in our DNA.
One stream with other people exercising and they just died. I only seen clips really. I remember there was a Gura stream where she went for the hardest difficulty in Ring Fit and somehow managed to keep going for ages and ages. I'm very tempted. I'm gonna go for this one. It's difficulty 6, but I've been doing a bit better than expected.
This demonstration will feature music in many styles.
Okay. You don't have the rhythm for this one? So, you know, the best guide I found on how to actually get better at these games, I found a forum post that linked to a site that was long dead that I looked up on the Internet Archive and finally found a good explanation of like, hey, here's what actually changes usually as you go up in difficulty. The harder difficulties will probably be following the lead, and the easier ones maybe the bass. And also here's how you deal with different kinds of cross-ups that can appear and so on. There was something nice about finding this ancient website that was still relevant and useful. Oh wow. Yeah, like I said, Styx is right on the edge of what I can get to the end of without failing on a good day. But I like picking challenging tracks rather than trying to 100% the easier ones. Yeah, I wanted to do oh yeah, people going too hard because they don't want to lose face. I understand. I wanted to recreate this classic moment. I don't know if the tracking will work correctly, but hey, do you ever wonder what the bottom of a VTuber's shoe looks like? And bam! It worked. Yep, just about. If you watched the original Kinect presentation, they did that with the Kinect to show you what the Xbox Live avatars that were being sort of tracked live could do, and live on stage it all just went horribly wrong when they tried to do that move. So it became a bit of a meme. I modelled the bottom of the shoe. I was going to have more ambitious tread patterns on it, but that became a nightmare from the point of view of triangles and all that. And I thought, you know, no one's gonna see it for now. Still plan to, do that for the future, because I want to use this avatar for some fun, you know, poses for promo shoots and all that sort of thing. And let's do that track next. Actually, that's relevant. I didn't already do this one, right? I'm losing track. But if you look, I was inspired by the art, by the really cool arrow and star design on the bottom of the shoe. So I had something similar, but it gets very funky. Actually, the whole model, right? The polygons are not in any way optimized. It's straight from cloth sim to VC face tracking, just about. But you know, you can throw a lot of polygons to modern graphics card, especially when they don't have any fancy shaders. My materials are just untextured, metallic, and so on. And yeah, I've been watching lots of videos about what good topology looks like and how to retopologize, how to bake a complex model down to a simpler one. The CATS plugin for Blender that I used to export also warns you, hey, you've got way too many meshes here, way too many polygons. Are you sure? Are you really sure? But it's mostly warnings for people using VR chat. I think this model is probably 50,000 polygons. That sort of right. Oops, I wasn't paying attention. Around 50,000 polygon sort of thing. Because to get a good cloth simulation, you just subdivide, many times. Actually, Elke, I was thinking like we should chat about. I don't know if you've got any insights. It's not like real sewing, right? I don't know if you do sewing or you've just been doing 3D printing and stuff, but it's a very physically unrealistic material, so it kind of stretches in convenient ways, right? I looked at sewing patterns for the legs, for instance, for the trousers. I thought, wow, this is some, pretty complex, like getting the curves right would be pretty tough, but a more naive design actually worked out because the seams you put in kind of spring it together, and the material just deforms quite nicely. But I'm still very curious about how techniques for serious real-world designs could apply. And I think there's ways to add more rigid parts with constraints and things. Something I want to look into. Right, this one's kind of the sequel to the other one. Very bouncy, lots of half notes, lots of fun.
You ain't got them. 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 Wow. You ain't got them.
Didn't remember this had swears in it. I hope Rich is okay with it.
You ain't got them. Wow. You ain't got them. You ain't got them. Wow. You ain't got them.
Oh. All right, we're not doing too bad for time. I usually, when I'm exercising, I do about an hour. So I was planning to do about that much of jumping around. I'd say 2 more tracks. Nice, good. And then I can have a sit down and go back to a more traditional setup. It just really gets the endorphins going for me. Stepmania in general. And the, I mean, I'm just using a cheap pad. There are people using, there's not a good in-between option, right? There's not a $50 option. There's the $15 foam pad, and then the $250 entry level handmade dance mats, and then the real arcade stuff that's way more expensive. But I'm pretty happy so far with the foam mat. I'm going to finish off with this one. Another of the ones that I can actually manage has an easier difficulty from this tracker. Digging through my backups, I found some truly ancient Stepmania files as well. And those have been fun to dig through, but I don't think Twitch will be happy with me streaming Avril Lavigne and so on. This is a long one as well. Good exercise. I've got to admit, I'm really happy I found my stride in terms of
ちの未来
Found my stride in terms of having a dumb idea and then being able to actually implement it. You know, the only thing that's really stopping me now is time. Spare time, and alright, I wanna do my transformation sequence again because I spent so long on it. And then it's over in what, 15 seconds? Let's see. Swing back. Get off the trail. Cool. I have a few more outfits, right, that you've seen on previous streams, but my workflow at the moment does not scale well with the number of outfits. It goes up exponentially because of the way I do the blend shapes and all that. So this model has just got 2 outfits, and then my previous model has got kind of 2.5. And once I get the VSF avatar stuff working, hopefully I can actually set up animations and do it all in a more sensible way. And also if I bake down some of my materials, because another problem is having multiple materials per outfit. Alright, let's change back. What was it I was doing? No, wrong button. Millennium change. We had the trail on that time. Right. That's fun. Oh, what's going on? Stuck with trails. No? Good. Okay, cool. I'm gonna switch over to the BRB screen for a bit. I need to, you know, move things physically around in the room and switch over my tracking. You did not see what? The trails? Yeah. I need to have a drink and move things around, so I'll be back soon. How's that looking? I think that's all working. Alright. I need to turn this off as well. Go. Oh, thanks. I'm gonna change the music up. I'm getting a bit bored of my own bleeps and bloops. We got this one's quite nice. Provided by Dover Syndrome, of course. All right. Yeah, I was just going to do a little slideshow. I'm not going to do rewatching my first stream because that's just embarrassing and not very instructional. I do know that at least my voice is a lot more relaxed than it was back then, and I'm a bit less rushed. But what we did have, oh, I'm in the way now. Well, I'll just bend left and right a bit, and I can move myself. Move over here. Maybe you can. This was like very much last second preparation, putting this together. There we go. Professional. This was the slide. Oh, well, you know, I can't show you the cool stuff right now, and thank you. But you'll see in the VOD the stuff I was up to earlier. Yeah. But no worries. So this was my like initial set of goals before I first started, and I was calling my first stream the pre-debut, and saying, oh, once I've done all these things, I'll be ready to pre-debut, and then I'll have a whole other set of goals and be ready to debut finally. And that was my way of talking myself out of feeling like, there's all these things I need to do before I really debut, and actually get started. And also because I wanted to show off some of the progress as I went. It's tough to do a creative sort of stream because, well, it's hard to stay entertaining, and also you go down. Well, for me at least, I'm not an expert on any of the things I'm doing. That's half of the point, and so I go down a lot of blind roads, and a lot of times I'll stream something creative and then say, oh, actually, you know, everything I was doing in that stream was completely wrong. I should have done something else. Like, you made a to-do list and forgot it existed. You know, that's the best way, I think. You get it out of your system, and if it's important, you'll remember it again. But yeah, if we look at this, some of these things I decided I was actually happy with where I'm at. For instance, the TV transition. I think that my main issue with it was how it looks. It uses static, right? And so it really messes up the encoder. I think that was worse on NVEnc. I'm using X264 now. I think it's fine. It doesn't bother me anymore, at least, or maybe it bothers other people. The better logos, I'm happy with where my logo is at for now. Spectrum analyzers, we've got those. I redone overlay, I've done that. I've got many ideas for other things I could do to it, but I like the fact that it's more out of the way now. Desk and chair, I'm upgrading that to, I want to hold studio, and some fun, like, I don't know yet. I don't actually know exactly what I want to do with the studio, but I want a studio, and it'll just be a background overlaid on top of my existing ones. But character poses and Blender stuff. That's all. That's stuff I'm still learning to do. Some of the like auto blend shape, auto spring bones are to do with the sorting out the workflow for doing something in Blender, bringing it into Unity and updating an existing avatar, which I'm still figuring out. But I found something called Hana Tool, which does a lot of this to do with blend shapes. Twitch header images and section contents I did. And then the Bryce background, I've made a few. The animations, I've really fallen behind on where I want it to be. I think they look absolutely great. But the one I used during my intro took an actual entire weekend to render. And so, and I think it was like 3 full days actually in the end. So I have a crazy plan, which is use AWS instances somehow to hire compute time, because Bryce can use multiple network machines to do rendering. So that's one idea. The other idea is to figure out the algorithms, like sit down and re-implement the actual algorithms. There are papers that Bryce was based on research, right, in CG, and so there are papers you can read that explain the algorithmic models for the atmosphere, for fractal terrain. You can crack open a scene and see some of the preset materials. What are the fractal like basis functions that it's using and how it's combining them. In theory, you could really recreate a Blender scene in some more modern engine, like something like Blender. Maybe would render it much faster, because Bryce doesn't even use the GPU at all and uses the CPU in a suboptimal way. Anyway, I'm rambling a bit, but I've got lots of ideas on how to get around that limitation of really long render times, and also that's because I want to render at 1080p and anti-aliased and all that. But we'll get there. It's also I've been prioritizing A, things that I think are fun in the moment, and B, things that I think actually add to the stream. So the backgrounds have just been, kind of fun, but not urgent. We've done a lot of fun streams. This is a collection of thumbnails from some of the things I streamed. And we've got Bryce, we've got Itaru Man, we've got a stream I did quite early on where I was making my own music with some various synths, and I still don't know what I'm doing when it comes to music creation, but I'm having lots of fun. That was a cool stream. And yeah, futuristic racing games, still something I'm really interested in, and I want to do... I must have mentioned it on stream like 3 times by now, but maybe that's going to be like a post affiliate or something. Once I've got more... I don't know, maybe that's a dumb idea to wait, but I want to play every futuristic racing game and then rank them. Totally subjectively. That's a fun idea. We did a VRML stream. I prepared quite a lot for that one. That was digging into some really old web pages and finding all these things. That was people love ranking, yeah, definitely. Tier lists and all that. I enjoyed the VRML stream because it was also digging back into some really old stuff. That's something that I want to do more of in future. That I told myself from the beginning was one of the things I wanted to do. And then, yeah, I managed to put together multiple outfits. The first one being... This was entirely prompted by the announcement of the new Matrix movie. And I thought, you know what? If I just fiddle with my base outfit and model some glasses, I could do a Trinity costume. So I sat down and modeled the glasses. And then, as a consequence of that, I also discovered the whole reflection effect that I'm using now. I also made an outfit based on this, basically a JC Denton cosplay. When the Lady Denton mod was announced for Deus Ex, surprisingly, that got a lot of attention on various like YouTube and TikTok and things. I made a short video or two, and then I did a stream, and those got a lot of views. And then I made my first YouTube tutorial, which was, it was so hard. Like, I knew in theory that the producing a video is not an easy thing, but I had to do so many takes and plan things in a way I don't usually do. And you realize while you're capturing the footage that if you've left something out at some point, it's tough to go back and edit in something that you missed, and you might have to restart from the beginning. And also making it interesting, that the clicking around and explaining properly. It was more of a challenge than I expected, but I'm quite happy with the end result. I'm gonna have to redo this video because there's a new version of Stream Effects on the horizon that will eliminate it'll add. I can't promise it for someone else. You know, this is what I think I read and understand, but I think it'll allow you to have multiple sources as inputs, as textures in the shader. And that means I won't have to use the source group trick for doing additive blending. And also, it'll be a lot easier to do additive blending and other types of things in various contexts. I've had a lot of ideas where this'll be very exciting. I'm going to redo the video to make it a bit simpler, the setup, and also create a bunch of new shaders. I want to release some of my shaders as part of my GitHub repository as well. If I find any other good effects to make a video about and so on. I mean, just dumping them on GitHub isn't very helpful to anyone. Oh yeah. The video is outdated within. You know what? I was worried it was going to be outdated for multiple other reasons as well. But it's a good time to redo it because Vroid Studio is also going to be launching a feature to create glasses, right? I don't know yet exactly what that will look like at the model level, but if I can figure it out, I could in theory write a tool, even a command line tool, that will automatically convert a Vroid Studio model that has glasses into one compatible with this technique. So that would be the ideal version of this, of the next release of this video. I made a website, I made a homepage on NeoCities, and I'm quite happy with it. I added a lot of these little buttons, and all of them link to something fun. And it was nice to get back into some terrible HTML. And I made a web ring, which turned out to be quite straightforward thanks to some open source code someone wrote. So we've got 2 people on the web ring. I think there are about 2 other people. There are about 2 other people. I don't know how to delete a. I don't know how to delete a message. There we go. I don't mind big follows. It's like a blessing on the stream. After all the terrible bots we've had, it's just a nice little visit from a spam bot. Yeah, there are at least 4 of us VTubers on NeoCities, And if anyone else is a VTuber and interested, please make a NeoCities website and I'll add you to the web ring. It's entirely pointless. It's very fun. And that's it for the slides. So, my goals for the future. We've looked back, let's look ahead. Grow ever more powerful. I feel very full of possibilities. Whenever I do something really small that I couldn't do before, I'm like, this is amazing. How wow, I am unstoppable now. I get very excited when I learn something new, and I want to continue doing that. You missed the original web ring craze. I don't think I had a website back when web rings were first a thing. I wasn't quite joining communities online in the same way, but I did browse a few of them. And yeah, if you want to make a website, I'll definitely add you. Yeah, iPhone blend shapes. I managed to break my iPhone 8 screen twice and decided to finally upgrade to a refurbished iPhone XR. So in theory, I could do iPhone blend shapes. And the previously mentioned Hana tool, in theory, does them automatically. But the problem is, I messed with my face mesh, and I think I merged some vertices as part of some cleanup phase I did at some point, which was fine for the existing blend shapes, but Hana tool expects certain vertices, like the vertices to match the original model. I think that's my theory. I haven't figured it out yet, but if I dig back far enough in my backups, I should be able to retrieve the original mesh, and then this shouldn't be too tough. I didn't have time to set it up for this stream. I want to add more. I want to add VSF avatar features. I'm just using base VRM stuff at the moment for the model, and with VSF avatar, I'll be able to do all kinds of fun things in terms of shaders and animations. That's only one step. Eventually, I want to make my own app and control all of the rendering, but that's a bigger step. Whereas VSF avatar, I could get started with quite quickly. Even more outfits and shaders. I've been doing a lot of screen space shading and very basic stuff so far, but there are very exciting things I could potentially do with more 3D style shaders, and I have lots more things I want to do with outfits. And then collaborations. I think I'm finally ready to start thinking about that. Confident enough in my ability to talk a bit on stream and not ruin someone else's stream by being too awkward and so on. It's mostly a question of confidence rather than anything else. But yeah, that would be fun. I've got a few ideas, but no solid plans yet. You know what? That's all I prepared, really. I was so focused on all of the setup. That I didn't spend a lot of time on the slides and all that, but I'm as usual, I just focused on the stuff I found fun, and I don't regret any of it. What should we do now? How are we doing for time? Seriously, we've only been going for an hour and 20 minutes, so let's do some more rhythm games. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of momentum, mentally speaking, right now, and no plans to stop. This has been a really good way to reconnect with some of my interests from, the Y2K era, and get creative, and just about any kind of creative thing you could think of, you can somehow slot in to a stream or a YouTube video or something. All right. We're past the point where I planned, so I'm going to pick a game. What should we do? I went back to Friday Night Funkin', and my skills have completely evaporated there. I think I got used to the Stepmania timings again. Oh, I haven't streamed Tetris Effect Connected yet, right? No, I said rhythm games though. Thumper. Let's do some Thumper. Are you excited for Tetris? I can do a bit of Tetris. Ooh, Thumper. I'm in the mood for Thumper. I've not played a huge. I never managed to get very far in it. A very atmospheric game. Launch it over here. My controller's not connecting. That's weird. Actually, I've had that problem. Had issues connecting the controller recently. There we go. That's very loud. There we go. Hi Haseo. You remember trying to play a rhythm game with a keyboard? I've actually added a special mode in my keyboard for playing rhythm games, or some of them, just so that the mapping ends up under the right fingers to make it comfortable. I even tried making my own 3D printed a rhythm game controller. I tried a couple of different iterations of that, and it just wasn't as comfortable as well positioned keyboard keys. But I've got an ergonomic keyboard as well, that helps. What am I doing? Controller. I haven't opened the app. It should appear soon. I can change the Twitch info. It's amazing how many devices and apps can be required for but even a moderately ambitious stream. All right. Mixer. Gonna lower the volume on Thumper slightly. There we go. And I'm gonna give myself a little preview window so I can see what I'm doing. And I need the desktop audio captured. Oh, I'm resuming from, well, not very far in. The beginning is a bit slow anyway, so... I've forgotten. How does... Yeah, okay. It's just the joystick and A, really. This looks really good with the reflections and everything. I feel like my my tracking is struggling a little. Am I on really ambitious? Okay, frame rate does not need to be that high. It's a waste to have it locally on 120. Yeah, tracking's passable. This is such a scary boss. You not seen Thumper before, Elkie? It's really, I don't know how to describe the whole vibe of it. It's very abstract. C rank. I feel like people talked about it a lot when it came out and then kind of fell off the radar. Alright, now we've got to do jumps above spikes. It's on Game Pass. I don't have an Xbox, but Game Pass seems like a really good deal. But I imagine once, like, if they do get a huge number of people on it, the deal will become less sweet, like Netflix used to have absolutely everything, and nowadays it's not such a good selection. A mix of Tron light cycles and rares. Yeah, that's not a bad way to put it. It also reminds me of some old sci-fi stuff, but I can't quite place it. The turns are what mess me up the most often. Lawnmower Man, yeah, the early to mid naught CGI racing. Like the look of some of the metal and glass. Really smooth. I'm not doing so well while talking. Really smooth gradient and really pleasing look to it. Another good game to get into the zone with, you know. It feels ominous. The challenge of this game is looks like the PS2 menu, yeah. The challenge isn't pressing the buttons really fast, at least at this level. It's really reading what's ahead and what the rhythm is. I was wondering there if you have to press A when you take a turn. I think the answer is yes. Let go of the button too early there. And for the boss. Oh. That was a jump, I guess. I think we only need one more hit, probably. There we go. That didn't last long after the boss. We're still on 2 though. So was that a mid-boss? Alright. I'm going to stop here with this game because I feel a bit too tired to make progress, but we did 2 bosses, so I think that's good. What do I want to switch to? I really like to chill out with some Tetris actually. The I just finished off stream. I finished the normal mode recently, and the last the last few levels are really nice. I'm going to switch over to that. Right here. Right here. Tetris is another game that will happily use quite a lot of GPU if you've got it configured on high settings. Let's start from there. I really like what they did with the music and everything for this game. Every level sort of proceeds through 2 or 3 different atmospheres. I'm covering the playboard, so I am. Thank you for letting me know. I had the view in the corner of my eye and I wasn't paying attention. Let's see. Making silly mistakes, but we can recover. What am I doing? Well, choose a good time to slow down. Oh, that's the wrong one. I've not really learned to plan ahead in Tetris. That was bad. There we go. So I can sort of, on the very best days, I can look ahead to the next piece and be already thinking a bit about where to place it, but absolutely not ready to think about, you know, creating opportunities for all the different kind of pieces I might have to place.
We embark on this ride to find out who we are. We look up to the sky to find out who we are. We embark on this ride to find out who we are. We look up to the sky to realize nothing can stop us, nothing can stop us. We can touch the sky, nothing can stop us, nothing can stop us. We can touch the sky.
Yeah, it's nice. At one point I was playing this on PS4 and getting back from work for, I don't know, for a few weeks, it would just always be loading up Tetris Effect to relax once I got back. Oh, didn't quite get in there. I don't remember his exact creative role, but if it was design or something else, but yeah, one of the people behind Rez was involved in this. Whose name escapes me right now, but you can see the shared DNA with all of the visual effects that the audio effects that are slightly delayed to match the beat of the music sometimes. I remember this I remember this one being a little tougher. I think it speeds up. So I've got to clean up while it's going a bit more slowly. It's easy to sometimes place things in a way that Doesn't set you up well for future pieces. I hesitated. There we go. The same producer, right? Is it Mizuguchi? Okay. It gets faster, but you still have a bit of time to place the piece. So sometimes I kind of panic rotate it like this to give myself time to find the right spot. Come on. I couldn't quite get it where I wanted. What are we doing? There we go. And here. Like this and like that. Come on. There we go. This one there. Alright. We're not set up amazingly for the next level, but I mean, the game's not really harsh. If I fail, inevitably I'm going to not manage this. Alright, I can just restart from there.
From my view, I can see you. I told you that it's greater. We are one, we're just some rivers all around.
Didn't have a plan there.
You can't find stars align the way they shine. In all the galaxies, how many are we? Anyway, so they say. I said he beats you for the reach, but just a grace to grave. It's what they say. Oh, can we change the world? Change the world, my mind.
could not get it in the right place. Hey Bentai, thanks for dropping by. This is the chilled out portion of the stream. Just winding down with some Tetris Effect.
Come follow me. I'll show you this side of the world, the places that you'll never see. Come follow me. Come follow me. I'll show you this side of yourself, the person that you've always been, but never dreamed.
I think this one's going to get faster quite soon.
Why could you be afraid?
Right, got slower.
Right here with you, you know everything will change. Show me what you're made of, 'cause I'm always with you. Come on, we could leave today.
myself in an awkward position there.
Look at this world we're made for. Come with me, we'll take tomorrow. Everything you want is waiting for you. Take it in, the lights around us. Perfect love is all around us. Everything you need is waiting for you. What could you be afraid of?
And that's the end of Tetris Effect normal mode. Although we skipped to the last few levels. It's a good game. It might start playing the full credits to us now. All right. Fiddle with my lights again. There we go. Yeah, so before we wrap up, I wanted to say I've met so many really cool people. Oh, I've turned the BGM back on. There we go. I've met so many cool people since I started VTubing, and you know, the real VTubing was the friends we made along the way and all that. It's been really great from that point of view. And hopefully there will be plenty of opportunities to make new friends and do things together in the future. And thanks so much to everyone who watched as well. I've been gaining, you know, one follower a stream or two for a while now, and it's been slow, but it's always really encouraging. And that's all. Yeah, that's the sappy stuff. I'm gonna actually remember to check for someone to raid for once, if anyone's on. Neff is streaming Resident Evil 3. So let's all head over to Neff's stream and say hi. And I just think that is that gonna work? I do this so rarely that there we are. Alright. Thank you so much for watching. It's time for me to go. And if you, like me, have caught the Millennium Bug, make sure to watch the next stream, or find me elsewhere on the World Wide Web by clicking on the links below the video. I've been Millennium Cyborg, keep that future vibe, and I'll see you in the world of tomorrow.